Hello, colors. Welcome back to Viva Barca and welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to discuss on some interesting updates. We are going to begin with this report talking about Xavi's plans to incorporate Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix into the Barcelona setup. We are going to discuss on that as we move ahead. Then, secondly, talking about this other report claiming that Barca are preparing a list of referee decisions favoring Real Madrid and hurting them in the 2023-24 season. We are also going to be discussing on that. So as we get right into the full story, please do ensure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Sunday night was a special occasion for Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix as they made their debut for FC Barcelona in the 2-1 win against Osasuna away at El Sadar. The Portuguese international pair arrived at the club on the summer transfer deadline day, both joining on loan deals from Manchester City and Atletico Madrid respectively, having refused offers from elsewhere in favor of a move to the Catalan Giants. Given that they had just one training session with the team under their belt, it was understandable that Xavi opted not to start either of them against Osasuna and brought them on from the bench. But things could change after the international break with a report from Sport Sergi Dejuan outlining Xavi's plans to incorporate Cancelo and Felix into his Barcelona setup. Cancelo came on around an hour mark against Osasuna and made a discernible impact in the short time he was on the pitch, with a sumptuous cross to Robert Lewandowski being a major highlight. Xavi has been asking for the 29-year-old since January and has finally got his man. And as per the report, the Barca manager sees the Man City loanee as a starter at right back and believes it is in fact a necessity that the Portuguese is a regular in the team. The report further claims that Xavi feels Cancelo's adaptation to his way and tactics should be easy as well, given that he has played under Pep Guardiola for several seasons and believes he can add great value to the team, be it drifting inwards into midfield or making forward runs on the flank. However, the report states that the Barcelona manager will exercise more patience with Joao Felix as he believes that the attacker's adaptation will require more time. After all, Felix played in a completely different system and tactics at Atletico Madrid's Diego Simeone and is someone who thrives as a playmaker, a position that does not necessarily exist in the Xavi's current setup at Barcelona. In his press conference last week, Xavi outlined where he sees Felix playing in his team, but there will be an adaptation process needed as the Portuguese will need to get used to the manager's positional play system and the demands that he places in the attackers. Of course, these are two top quality players that we did sign on deadline day, Joao Cancelo and Joao Felix. We saw them make their debut yesterday night against Osasuna in what was a decent performance from the pair, and it wouldn't come as a surprise for Xavi to incorporate them after the international break to be their first team players. I think for Joao Cancelo, it is more certain that he becomes a starter quite easily because he is a natural right back that we have in the team, and he will only be the natural right back, and therefore there is no other choice than Xavi putting him as a starter at all times. Of course, but for Joao Felix's case, I think with this Xavi's how can I put it, stubborn nature of maintaining Gavi as his false winger, playing the four-man midfield system, honestly, and knowing fully well that Joao Felix is a winger who plays on the left, is going to bring a lot of problems. And from the way things are going, Xavi it does not look like he's going to stop that four-man system anytime soon. which is really disturbing. But let's see how it goes. But this report is claiming that both the Joao Felix and Cancelo are players that Javi will want to incorporate all of them in his starting 11. Let's see how it's going to go. Barca finally signed those two players on deadline day in what was a very hectic day for Barca as we ended the window in such a strong fashion. So it remains to be seen how these two top new players will adapt. Then moving on to the final story of discussion. It has been just 4 matches into the season of La Liga, and Barca are already contemplating an official complaint against referee decisions favoring Real and hurting them. According to a report from AS, within the Catalan club's offices, there is a profound unease regarding the recent arbitration rulings perceived as biased in favor of Madrid's interests at the expense of Barca's. The report mentions that the club has started initiating a comprehensive analysis of the early season event, revealing a discernible tilt in favor of Real Madrid. Interestingly enough, leading the charge of this operation is none other than Xavi himself. The manager initially expressed his reservations about the diminishing role of VAR in referee decisions. However, these reservations have since metamorphosed into outright frustrations as it has become evident that VAR is falling short of its intended purpose, failing to rectify errors and administer fairness into the game. In the catalog of referee decisions, even with the advent of VAR technology, a tally of 4 verdicts shines favorably upon Real Madrid, while 3 bear a weighty detriment to Barca. The ledger is as follows. On the inaugural day, a blatant penalty in favor of Athletic Club went unnoticed by Elder Militao, orchestrated by Gio Manzano. A day later, Gavi, under Soto Grado's watchful gaze, was denied a penalty and was instead penalized. As the second matchday down, Jude Bellingham's potential handball against Almeria was not recognized by Sanchez Martinez. Furthermore, 2 clear-cut penalties that should have swung in favor of Barca against Cadiz, one involving Lamine Yamal and the other featuring Robert Lewandowski, were strangely silenced by the whistle of Muniz Ruiz. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.